Good morning, boys. Good morning, girls. Good morning to your parents and grandparents. Supplementary reader. Footprints without feet. Lesson number 1. Page number 7. Talk about it. Question number 1 जो है बहुत लॉन्ग आंसर है. क्वेश्चन नंबर 2, राइट डाउन 2. Do you think there are also parents like Pumphrey? Answer. Yes. Comma. There are so many parents. There are so many parents who we have. There are so many parents who we have like Mrs. Pumphrey. Towards their children. Question number 3. Question number 3, 1 in Roman. What would you have done if you were a member of the staff in Mrs. Pumphrey's household? Question number 3, 1 in Roman. I would not let Tricky fall in trouble. Full stop. I would not allow Mrs. Pumphrey to give him too much to eat. Too much to eat. No. Question number 3, 2 in Roman. If I were a neighbor, if If I were a neighbor of Mrs. Mrs. Pumphrey, if I were a neighbor of Mrs. Pumphrey, I would advise her about Tricky's health, Suggested reading Rikki Tikki Tavi by Rudyard Kipling. Dog Stories by James Herriot. A Zoo in My Luggage by Gerald Durrell. A Tiger Comes to Town by R.K. Narayan. The butterfly counts not months but moments and has time enough. Time is wealth of change, but the clock in its parody makes it mere change and know it. Let your life lightly dance on the edges of time like dew on the tip of a leaf. Now, next lesson number 2. Interesting lesson है ये भी. First lesson was interesting. Read and find out. Who does I refer to in this story? What is he? A fairly successful hand at. What does he get from Anil in return for his work? I was still a thief when I met Anil. I कौन है? लॉन्ग लेसन है ये, पेज 17 तक है। रॉबर्ट ऑर्थर, आई कौन है? रॉबर्ट ऑर्थर। And through only 15, sorry, and though only 15, I was an experienced and fairly successful hand. Fairly means completely. Anil was watching a wrestling match when I approached him, reached near him. Kind and simple enough for my purpose. I hadn't had much luck of late, and thought I might be able to get into the young man's confidence. To get into means to earn, हासिल करना, अर्जित करना। रेसलिंग मैच देख रहा था, कुश्ती। You look a bit of meaning rather. A bit of a wrestler yourself, Pahलवान wrestler. I said, a little flattery helps in making friends. Flattery means fancy. SYCOPHANCY. Fancy. चापलूसी। So, do you? He replied, which put me for a moment, because at that time I was rather thin. Well, I said, modestly, I do wrestle a bit. What is your name? Harishi. I lied. मैंने झूठ बोला, मैं झूठ बोला। I took a new name every month. हर महीने नया नाम अपना लेता हूँ, यानी हर महीने अपना नाम चेंज कर लेता हूँ। After this introduction, Anil talked about the well-oiled wrestler who were grunting, lifting and growing each other about. I didn't have much to say. Anil walked away. I followed casually. Hello again, he said. I gave him my most appealing smile. I want to work for you, I said. उसने कहा, I can't pay you. I thought that over for a minute. Perhaps I had misjudged my man. I asked, can you feed me? My man का मतलब यहाँ my man किसके लिए है? अनिल. ब्रैकेट में वहाँ पे आते हैं तो आप बुक में लिख लें अनिल. मिसजज की मीनिंग है गलत समझा था. मिसजज्ड. गलत समझा था. I asked, can you feed me? तो उसने कहा कि कैन यू कुक. आई कैन कुक. आई लाइड अगेन. मैं फिर झूठ बोला. इफ यू कैन कुक देन मे बी आई कैन फीड यू. मे बी मीन्स परहैप्स. मे बी परहैप्स. अगर तुम कुक कर सकते हो तो फिर शायद मैं तुम्हें खिला भी सकता हूँ. He took me to his room over the jam sweet shop and told me I could sleep on the balcony. छज्जा. Balcony means छज्जा. But the meal I cooked that night must have been terrible because Anil gave it to a stray dog and told me to be off. भाग जाओ. But I just hung around, smiling in my most appealing way, and he couldn't help laughing. Help means avoid. Later he patted me on the head. Pat means stroked. थपथपाया. Patted, stroked, STROKED. दूसरा वर्ड है petted, PETTED. थपथपाया. On the head and said, never mind. He teach me to cook. तब कुक करना, भोजन पकाना सिखा दूंगा. He also taught me to write my name and said he would soon teach me to write whole sentences and to add numbers. I was grateful. I knew that once I could write like an educated man, there would be no limit to what I could achieve. Achieve means gain, GAI. I was grateful, मैं कृतज्ञ था. I knew that once I could write like an educated man. एक बार educated man की तरह से अगर मैंने लिखना जान लिया, सीख लिया, तो there would be no limit to what I could achieve. तो मेरा गेन क्या हो सकता है, इसका फिर कोई लिमिट नहीं था. यानी लिमिटलेस गेन होगा. It was quite pleasant working for him. I made the tea in the morning and then would take my time buying the day's supplies. फिर टाइम लग जाता था दिन की सप्लाईज खरीदने में. यूजुअली मेकिंग अ प्रॉफिट ऑफ अबाउट ₹1 a day. और इस शॉपिंग में मैं रोज़ाना करीब ₹1 कमा लेता था. और मैं समझता हूँ कि ही है किसके लिए? अनिल. अनिल न्यू कि आई मेड ए लिटल मनी, कि थोड़ा रुपया मैं कमा लेता था दिस वे, इस तरीके से, बट ही डिड नॉट सीम टू माइंड, लेकिन इसका वो बुरा नहीं माना, जान तो गया लेकिन बुरा नहीं माना। अनिल मेड मनी बाई फिट्स एंड स्टोर्स, मीनिंग इरेगुलरली, रेगुलरली नहीं, इरेगुलरली, IRREGULARLY, to borrow 1 week, lend the next, एक सप्ताह बारो करता था, दूसरे सप्ताह में धार देता था। He kept worrying about his next check, और अगले चेक के लिए चिंता लगी रहती थी। But as soon as it arrived, लेकिन जो ही आ जाता था चेक, तो he would go out and celebrate, वो बाहर निकल जाता था, सेलिब्रेट करता था। It means he wrote for magazines. It seems, ऐसा लगता है कि वो मैगजीन्स के लिए आर्टिकल लिखता था। A queer way to make a living, एक विचित्र तरीका to make a living, to earn a livelihood. To make a living means to earn a livelihood, जीविका कमाने के लिए ये एक विचित्र तरीका था, अद्भुत तरीका था। One evening he came home with a small bundle of notes, saying he had just sold a book to a publisher. At night I saw him tuck the money. Tuck means put something to hide, कोई चीज़ रखना है छुपाने के उद्देश्य से, छुपाने के लिए रखना। I saw him tuck the money under the mattress, गद्दे के नीचे मैंने उसको मनी को छुपाते हुए देखा। I had been working for almost a month, अब लगभग महीना हो गया था उसके काम करने के लिए। And apart from cheating on shopping, खरीदारी में चीटिंग करने के अलावा शॉपिंग में चीटिंग करने के अलावा had not done anything in my line of work, had not done anything in my line of work, अपने काम के में मैंने और कोई मैंने कुछ नहीं किया था। I had every opportunity for doing so, मुझको हर तरह का अवसर था ऐसा करने के लिए। And he had given me a key to the door, दरवाजे का एक की अनिल ने मुझको दे रखा था। And I could come and go as I pleased. He was the most trusting person I had ever met, and that is why it was so difficult to rob him. Rob means lootna. It is easy to rob a greedy man, because he can afford to be robbed. But it is difficult to rob a careless man. Sometimes he doesn't even notice he has been robbed, and that takes all the pleasure out of the work. Well, it is time I did some real work. I told myself I am out of practice, and if I don't take the money, he will only waste it on his friends. After all, he doesn't even pay me. अब मुझको कोई वेतन तो देता नहीं। How does the thief think Anil will react to the theft? What does he say about the different reactions? of people when they are robbed? Does Anil realize that he has been robbed? Anil was asleep. A beam of moonlight, beam means ray, R-A-Y. A beam of moonlight stepped over the balcony and fell on the bed. I sat up on the floor, considering the situation. If I took the money, I could catch the 10:30 express to Lucknow. Slipping out of the blanket, I crept up to the bed. Anil was sleeping peacefully. His face was clear and unlined. उसका फेस एकदम क्लियर था, अनलाइन था, यानी कोई झुर्री नहीं पड़ी थी. Not bound with lines, unlined. Showing no sign of worry or anxiety, meaning given on page number 12. My hand slid under the mattress, searching for the notes. When I found them, I drew them out without a sound. Anil sighed in his sleep and turned on his side towards me. I was startled and quickly crawled out of the room. My hand slid under the mattress. When I was on the road, I began to run. I had the notes at my waist, held there by the string of my pajamas. String means रस्सी. पजामा में लोग भी पहनते हैं, जो रस्सी लगती है उसको नारा बोलते हैं. String of my pajamas. I slowed down to a walk and counted the notes. 600 rupees and 50s, सब 50-50 के नोट थे. 12 नोट थे, 600 थे. I could live like an Irish Arab for a week or two. एक हफ्ता या दो अरब के धनी की तरह, सेठ की तरह मैं जीवन बिता सकता था, 1 या 2 हफ्ता. When I reached the station, I did not stop at the ticket office. I had never bought a ticket in my life, but dashed straight to the platform. The Lucknow Express was just moving out. The train had stopped to pick up. Speed, pick up means gather. Pick up means gather. Speed. And I should have been able to jump into one of the carriages, but I hesitated. For some reason I can't explain, कुछ कारण से जिसको कि मैं एक्सप्लेन नहीं कर सकता, समझा नहीं सकता, जिसको कि मैं रिवील नहीं कर सकता, एंड आई लॉस्ट द चांस टू गेट अवे. भागने का चांस खो दिया. When the train had gone, तो ट्रेन चली गई. So I found myself standing alone on the deserted platform. Deserted means वीरान. ट्रेन के जाने के बाद प्लेटफॉर्म deserted दिखता है. I had no idea where to spend the night. I had no friends. Believing that friends were more trouble than help. मेरे पास मित्र नहीं थे, क्योंकि मेरा विचार ये था, मेरा सोचना ये था कि फ्रेंड्स हेल्पफुल होने की बजाय ट्रबल सब होते हैं. फ्रेंड्स हेल्पफुल होने की बजाय ट्रबल सब होते हैं. And I did not want to make anyone curious by standing at one of the small hotels near the station. The only person I knew really well was the man I had robbed. Leaving the station, I walked slowly through the bazaar. In my short career as a thief, I had made a study of men's faces when they had lost their goods. The greedy man showed fear. The rich man showed anger. The poor man showed acceptance. But I knew that on its face, when it discovered the theft, would show only a touch of sadness, not for the loss of money, but for the loss of trust. I found myself in the Maidan, and I sat down on a bench. The night was chilly, very cold. It was early November, and a light drizzle added to my discomfort. Soon it was raining quite heavily. My shirt and pajamas stuck to my skin, and a cold wind blew the rain across my face. I went back to the bazaar and sat down in the shelter of the clock tower. The clock showed midnight. I felt for the notes. Let me Tatola. टटोला की नोट्स हैं भी गायब हो गए, गिर गए. They were damp from the rain. Damp means wet. Earnest money. In the morning you would probably have given me 2 or 3 rupees to go to the cinema. But now I had it all. I couldn't cook his meals, run to the bazaar, or learn to write old sentences anymore. I had forgotten about them in the excitement of the theft.